Here's some truth for you. 90% of businesses fail because they never find their first 100 customers. What's the reason for this? They're looking in the wrong places, wasting time on strategies that don't work, and missing out on the proven methods that actually bring in paying customers. But here's the good news. Finding the first 100 customers doesn't have to be complicated if you know where to look. This video provides a step-by-step plan to gain your first 100 customers, even if you're starting from scratch. Also, my exclusive free resource, First 100 Customers, the step-by-step action plan, can be downloaded via the link below to really help you implement all the strategies we're going to discuss. Now let's start with the biggest mistake most entrepreneurs make. They focus on selling before they focus on solving. Your first 100 customers aren't just buying a product or a service, they're buying a solution to a problem they can't ignore. Take the story of Sarah, one of my mentees, a graphic designer who struggled to find affordable, high-quality templates for her customers. She noticed other designers in her network complaining about the same issue. Instead of just venting, she created a library of customizable templates and sold them at a fraction of the cost of hiring a designer. Within weeks, she had her first 50 customers, all because she solved a problem her audience was already talking about. It's that simple. So what's your Sarah moment? What's something people in your industry complain about constantly? Is it the lack of time, money, resources? Is it a process that's too complicated or outdated? Whatever it is, that's what you've been looking for. That's your golden ticket. Now here's where most people get stuck. They assume you need a huge audience or a massive marketing budget to find their first 100 customers, but it's not true. You don't need 1 million followers, you just need 100 people who care deeply about what you're offering. Let me give you an example. Meet Alex, who launched a meal prep service for busy professionals. Instead of targeting everyone who eats food, which is, well, everyone, he focused on a specific niche, tech workers in his city who work long hours and struggle to eat healthy. He joined the local tech meetups, posted in Facebook groups for developers, and even partnered with a co-working space to offer free samples. Within a month, he had a waitlist for over 100 customers. The lesson: don't try to appeal to everyone. Find your niche, speak their language, and show up where they already exist. One of the most effective ways to find your first 100 customers is through hyper-targeted outreach. Instead of casting a wide net, focus on a specific group of people. For example, if you're selling a productivity tool for small business owners, don't target all the business owners, target individuals in the creative industry who are struggling to manage their time. And here's a pro tip: leverage communities where your ideal customers already hang out. This could be Facebook groups, LinkedIn communities, or even your local meetups. Don't pitch your product right away. Instead, provide value, answer questions, share insights, and build trust. Once people see you as a helpful resource, they'll naturally want to learn more about what you offer. I'd love to hear from you. Have you tried finding your first 100 customers, or even your first 10 customers? What strategies work best for you? Which ones fell flat? Share your experiences in the comments below. Your insights could be exactly what another entrepreneur needs to hear right now. Another powerful strategy is strategic partnerships. Look for businesses or influencers who already serve your target audience and propose a win-win collaboration. Take the story of Jamie, who launched a skincare brand for men. Instead of spending thousands on ads, he partnered with a popular barbershop in his city. The barbershop offered his products to their clientele, and Jamie gave them a cut of every sale. It was a win-win. The barbershop added value to their services, and Jamie got access to the ready-made audience. If your solution seems too simple, then it often means welcome it with open arms. Here's the thing: your first 100 customers aren't just buyers, they're your biggest advocates. Treat them like gold. Over-deliver on your promises, ask for feedback, and make them feel like they're part of your journey. For example, when Lisa launched her online course for aspiring writers, she didn't just sell the course and disappear. She created a private Facebook group for her students, hosted weekly Q&A sessions, and even offered one-on-one coaching calls. Her students loved the extra attention, and many of them went on to recommend her course to their friends. The key takeaway here is that your first 100 customers are the foundation of your business. Treat them well, and they'll help you build something incredible. But when we're talking about the real question, how do you get started today? That's where the free resource comes in. I've put together a step-by-step guide that walks you through exactly how to find, attract, and convert your first 100 customers. It includes templates, scripts, and real-world examples to help you take action immediately. If you found this video helpful, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us create more content and empowers entrepreneurs like you to build successful businesses. And don't forget, download the free guide below to get started on finding your first 100 customers today. The sooner you take action, the sooner you'll see results. Let's make it happen. See you in the next video.